Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of SkyLords Agrarian Skies. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a good time. We're doing back to back. Ooh, I need to harvest. We're doing back to back to back to back because I'm enjoying it, and the response in the last video was great. You guys loved the base idea. There was some very good suggestions coming from you in regards of coloring and that and this, but overall, you know, it was a very positive response, and I'm very happy about that. So I felt, you know, I'm playing on here all the time, and I'm gonna put out another video. What do you know? Let's do this and that and that and that. Good. Boop, boop, boop. Need to do our daily harvesting. We could automate it, sure, but we're fine. So I continued along our theme with the lime. I saw some people were saying that the cyan make more sense, but and I agree, maybe you're right, you know, cyan is sky color and all that, but all we got outside is sky, you know. There's so much sky here that I feel good about mixing it up, making it lime. We're gonna do a little bit of random things today. I think it's we'll see how it goes here, but we have some things that needs fixing. Let's see, what do we want to do first? I think yeah, let's do this. Let's create 2 tanks or drums. We do have enough iron here. Let's pick some of this up. Look at this, by the way. How pretty isn't that, eh? I think it looks really good. Eventually, we will put some storage buses on the back of these, and that will make it so that we can access all our stuff from our AA system. But at the moment, we can't really afford it, and you know, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about running back and forth and getting some iron when I need it, and do this. I'm going to create 2 drums. I got an idea for what I want to do here. And we're going to need some liquid transfer nodes. Good. I wouldn't mind having some kind of lava and water access at the top here. Do we have another transfer? We do. Good. Gonna grab that, and I'm also gonna grab a world interaction upgrader. Aha. Some lapi. Boop, boop, boop. So I have done one major thing since the last episode. I did automate. We did the soul sand the last episode. We did it manually. I actually went ahead off camera without you guys, can you believe it, and automated it. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I don't think so though. Let's see, we need some water. What I'm doing here, by the way, is I want to have access to water and lava upstairs. It's something that we definitely need. So we're gonna do a water generator here, and the way we do that is using a transfer node, a world interaction upgrade transfer node, liquid one, and that should, once I remove this block, produce water. Yes, very good. And then lava we have in this drum. So I'm just gonna bring this up. Let's do this. And did I punch out some holes? Yes, I did. Very good. I wouldn't mind. Let's place them there for now and see how that looks. I was thinking of putting them in the floor, but I think this is fine. And we'll pipe this stuff up here. And we don't worry about how it looks down here. That's the whole point of this basement. It looks messy. It's pretty ugly. Sure. But I'm fine with that. It's okay. Because it's only a basement. We can do this and that. Boom. And that should give us lava and water access up here. Look at that. Beautiful. Do we want to have them up here though? I don't think so right now that I see it. I want to move them down. I'm going to put them in the floor. I hope that I can step on this. I can. Beautiful. And I'll figure out a way to make this a little bit more pretty. Like the background block here and here should probably be some... Do we have any gray frequencies? No. Let's grab the paintbrush then. And let's fill this in. Boop. Oops. Boop. And there. Boom. There we go. Color you. And you. And you. Yeah. And I wouldn't mind just because, you know, the way I play Minecraft, I get, you know, issues when things aren't looking the best. Crap. So I'm gonna go ahead and place a hollow cover there. And can I grab stupid idiot thing? And there. Eventually today, what I would like to get to is I wanna see if we can get to create Enderium, and I think we're pretty close. We should be able to do that. There are some really cool things in Agrarian Skies that I haven't played with before. What? And sink issue much? Lava. Boom. And the cool things are from Endertech. And that's what I want to get to. So we'll see. We'll see. This is good though. I like that. We could also, I mean, if we really wanted to be super fancy about it, we could do something like that. But I'm not too worried. This is good. This is okay. So that is the lava and that done. Now, let me show you how I automated the soul sand. It's very, very straightforward. As we remember, mycelium next to a barrel with water will turn it into witch water. There seems to be a little bit of bug here though. As you can see, the water is kind of floating weirdly. But it works fine. So if we take witch water and we put sand in it, like we did last episode, we'll get soul sand. So all I did was, I have one of these water source things that we put up over there. That's pumping water into the sides of the barrels. There's a mycelium line in the middle. And then I have transfer nodes for items on the bottoms of this. On their butts. On their butts! And they're pulling out the items. The finalized soul sand. Which then goes into this barrel here. As you can see, this bottom line connecting. And from there, I'm currently using an import bus into our AE system. So we can access them from our AE system. Now, the second thing I did that I'm happy about is I make sure not to overdo soul sand. Because remember, soul sand, sure, it's good. You know, it's good. But we only really just at the moment need it for quartz. So it's nothing that I'm going to put up an auto sifter for or anything. So what I did, once you pulse these transfer nodes with a redstone signal, they will stop, they will halt. And this chest here contains sand, and I made sure to block all the inventory spaces except the first two. And these covers here are covering a cable, let me show you. Like so, that are pulling sand from this stock over here. And the reason I did all this was that I didn't want to have a huge amount of sand laying over here, and I didn't want to have a huge amount of soul sand, or rather I didn't want all our sand to turn into soul sand because we simply don't need it. So redstone torch here will block this from sending any more sand, and this redstone torch is actually a level emitter from AE2, and what I'm doing here is that I'm emitting a redstone torch once I have 512 pieces of soul sand or more in my system. So pretty cool. That means, oh, Bevo died. Oh, dear. Dear. So that means that, as you can see, we have 514. Should I take out some pieces, you will see that it will reproduce and stock up in a second here. Hopefully, if this thing is still working. Yes, 483, 484. And then basically I'm just manually sifting this, so you can see we got all kind of goodies here. As I said, the only thing that we need at the moment though is quartz, and the reason we need it is for the floor. I had a feeling that would happen. Oh, I'm sorry, Bevo. I'm really sorry, buddy. Cool. So that is what I've been doing. Now, the next thing, let's try and get to Enderium. I know that we're going to need a fluid transposer, and we should be able to afford this. Yes, very good. We're going to need to create a new bucket because that was my last one. We're also going to need a magma crucible, which requires this. Let's create one of those. I know I don't have them stocked. And what else? Nether brick. Okay, nether brick. Nether brick is created from nether brick. This is funny. I've never understood this. Why do they have the same name? Nether brick and nether brick. Couldn't this be like piece nether or fitted nether brick or something? I don't know. And this we get from smelting netherrack. Aha. So we need netherrack. And the way we can get that, if I remember correctly, let's create another bucket. See, we're going to need it right off the bat. Boom, boom. There we go. And now we have the lava drum up here, so I'm going to pick that up. And I put up some manual barrels here. I like having, a workshop area. And I think netherrack is created by taking that and putting some redstone in it. Hopefully. Oh dear goodness, it's raining. Let's try that. Boom. Oh yeah. That creates netherrack. Beautiful. So we can get this and we can smelt it up. I think that we could also now hand in a quest, can't we? There's a quest about this. Yeah. See? This is how I know. And we get a piece of glowstone. I wonder, can we sift netherrack? No. There is a way though to get like crushed. Let's try something here. This isn't something that I planned, but I'm gonna need a hammer, which should be in here. No, we don't have no hammer. Okay, do we have sticks? We do. Beautiful. Boop, boop, boop. And let's do that. And can we crush this? Oh, did that turn into soul sand? No, crushed netherrack. Cool. This we could most definitely probably see. Yeah. I wonder what we can get from it. Let's check the NEI. Boop, boop. This may be important. Oh, this is how we get cobalt. Cobalt, and we can even get iron, copper, nickel, gold, and ardite. Oh, wow. That's a high chance to get gold. So, and gas tiers, of course. What did we get? We got some copper. Thank you. So that may be a thing that I want to automate here in the near future. Cobalt, you know, it's going to be useful for a short amount of time where I can upgrade my tools to cobalt. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna need 8 pieces of nether rack, so I'm gonna do that and I'll come right back to you. Look at this beautiful nether rack cooking up to nether bricks. Good. Now let's turn these into the fitted nether brick. Yep, that's how we're gonna call them from now on, and we're gonna create a magma crucible. There's another thing that I want to deal with before we take care of that, or actually two things. Wow, Bevo still here? Yes. We cannot sleep. I noticed that we're getting pretty full on flint here, as you can see up in Wayla, because I've covered how much is in it. We have 4,028 pieces of flint. And we could upgrade the barrel, and it will hold more, but we don't really need flint. So I'm going to create a void upgrade from Jabba. And what this will do is that it will remove any items. I'm also going to need an MK structure thingamajiggy to be able to put that up there. Once this barrel is full, it will delete anything that goes above it. Oh, I need 2 upgrade slots to do this. Okay, let's create another MK. I never learned, Jabba. Let's do this. Oh, we need some fences, and I'm going to run out of sticks, aren't I? Nope, just had enough. Good. So with certain things, we definitely want to upgrade our storage capacity, right? With, for example, iron, we need to upgrade it so that it can hold more items. But with this flint here, you know, boom, we're just going to do that. And every time we hit more than 4,096, it will start deleting them, which is beautiful. I did this manually, so there may actually, yeah, look at this. There's actually some flint in the overflow chest. So I'm going to put that in there. Cool. I'm going to keep a lookout for these and do the same on the other things that I don't need to overproduce. Like, for example, maybe appetite. I don't know. Most of them I'm going to just, you know, upgrade the storage capacity. Okay, so that's cool. I want to do one more of these random things before we do the fluid transposer and that. Our mob farm. By the way, I got a lot of comments saying that we should take care of the mob essence. You're absolutely right. We're just wasting it at the moment. But I'm not too worried because I don't really need it right now. I'll regret this later. So what I did was that we have our output chest up there, as you can see, boom. And I put a transfer node and then I piped that down here so that all the stuff from the mob farm will come up here. Now I want to make sure we import this to our AE system. Okay, but I only want to import certain things. There are numerous ways that we can do this, but I'm going to try and make this a cheap build. So I've created 2 filters from extra utilities. Both of these are fuzzy ones. The way you make fuzzy filters are by taking an item filter in your crafting grid and combining it with a piece of wool. So I've done that and I've set up some filters. We have a normal fuzzy one. This is a whitelist for all the junk, and by making it fuzzy, it shouldn't care about the durability of the items. Meaning that it should grab any bow, right? So this is a white list for all the crap that I want to throw away. And then I have a black list, meaning I put a redstone torch next to it as well to make it inverted for the same items, okay? Now this is a really cheap way of doing this, but what I'm thinking is we could stick that on there, put the white list in there, and then we're gonna pipe this. Did I bring any chests? I did not. Damn it! I brought the trash can, but I want to try this out first with some chestes eye. So let's grab a handful. That's good. That's very good. And we go back down. Oh! My dog is having is playing in the sofa. Be prepared to hear some barks in the background. Now if we do that, we should see all the junk items collecting in this chest. All the bowls, all the crap. Good. And then if I put another one here, for example, and we put a chest down, and we put the blacklist in here, by the way. Boop, boop. Oh, I tell you what, this isn't... Wait, this shouldn't pick up the bow. Okay, let's remove that. I was playing around with this a little bit in creative, trying out these filters, because there was such a long time since I played around with them. And it seems to be dependent on which side of the chest you put it on. So we'll try this side here, see if that works better. So in theory... This will move all the non-junk stuff over to this inventory. No, it moved a bow. Crappers. Why does it do that? This guy's moving the arrows. This guy's behaving fine. If I were to... Well, this guy isn't pulling the... He pulled one bow, though. Which shouldn't be pulled. Oh, and he pulls another bow. Okay. Let's see if it's only the bows. There may be something with these fuzzy... item filters that aren't working. I'm gonna leave this as it is, just extend these, and then the idea is that we can pipe from this stuff into the trash can, right? Now to get it actually into our AE system, I want to check so that this works, but I'm gonna put down an interface, maybe over here, and then we're gonna need to run some cable, and since we have some cable here, this is expensive stuff. We can't really afford this quite yet. But, you know, I put my resources to it. I put my crafting to it. And remember, without an ME controller, we can use up to 8 channels. So we should be fine for a little bit longer. And then we need to upgrade our system here. But, as we know, an ME interface, if you connect it to your ME system and put something in here, it will import it. So the idea is we take it from this chest, put it in the interface, and boom, it's in our AE system. Alright, now, Enderium is the next step where we want to be able to create Enderium. There are some super... Actually gonna call it a night. Gave a great day, man. Thank you. Okay. Enderium is gonna be used for the Endertech stuff. Check this out. If I search for Endertech, there is something that I really want to get to. And that is the redstone or Resonant exchanger. This is like the one of equal trade from Tomcraft. And to do either of these, we're going to need a Tesseract, which requires some Resonant Ender, which is just some Ender Pearls in a Magma Crucible. You see how? You see why I did that? Now, I want to figure out where to put this, because it's a little bit of a special build. I know I'm going to need a tank, so let's create one of those normal, smaller versions of a tank. This maybe? Oh, what am I missing? Copper and invert. I got that. You don't worry your face, AE system. This is why we need the storage buses. But I'm fine. I'm fine with running a little bit back and forth. We plop that in and do this. And then the copper. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. That tank can hold 32 buckets. I'm going to want that because the Magma Crucible, which I'm going to place... I'm just going to put it here. I think that will look fine. Yeah. Well, I can always move it if I think it's butt ugly. But if we put that there... And then we put on top of this, we'll put the tank. Boom. Now, oh, that's the fluid transposer. I'm sorry. Break you. A Magma Crucible. There we go. And then we're going to configure this guy to have an output to the top. And since it's a manual system, I'm okay with not having any input. So, we're going to need to wire some power to that. And this guy does drain a lot of power, if I remember correctly. So maybe we want to go with the hardened flux duct thingy-majingies. Boom, boom. And we'll see how we can grab power to it. I guess... Oh yeah, this is easy. Just do this, boop, boop, boop. And you're getting power, beautiful. Now, that will turn ender pearls into liquid Enderium. Let's try that out. Ender pearls. Oh, we don't have so many, actually. I thought we had like a crap ton. We put 8 in. I want to see how much one ender pearl turns into here. Oh, 250. Okay, 250. And it went into the tank. Beautiful. Now, from the tank, what I want to do, and this is going to be important, I'm going to put down, let's see. How do I want this? I have no clue. Let's put down over here the fluid transposer, okay? And shift click that to clear it, and then I'm gonna do input on the top. I want to pipe what's in the tank into the fluid transposer, but I only want to do that with a redstone signal. So I'm gonna use a liquid transfer node, and we're gonna need to be quick here. Actually, it's fine for this test. So let's stick that on there. That should pump it into this guy. Yes. Beautiful. And then we grab a lever and a cover. Is this the correct one? Yes, it is. Beautiful. And this is just, you know, this is nothing that you need to do, but I would like to have an on-off switch here. And I wonder, can I do something like that? No. We'll probably go behind and we put a cover there, right? So we do that, and now we have an on-off switch. So if this one is on, it shouldn't be pumping anything in here. I don't know if it's going to be useful, but I want to be able to control it. So now that we have 2,000 of these Resonant Ender, Enderium, we need a bucket here, right? Enderium. Boop, boop, boop. I forgot the recipe because in my single player world, oh yeah, here it is. In my single player world, I use what's it called? The oh my goodness, Ender.io. They have their own recipe for Enderium. So, but basically, put a bucket here. That will fill up, and I'll make 2 of these. So 4 ender pearls will make a full bucket. That's good to know. And then I should be able to, if I pulverize, I believe it's some silver and some tin. Was it? Yeah, I'll craft this off camera, and I'll come right back to you. Alright, we're ready to do this. Our first Enderium blend. Boom. And if my math is correct, which is probably not the case, by the way, we should take this and we should put it in here, right? Nope. Crappers. Oh, I need shooters. I need one more piece here. That's fine. I'll fix that in a second. But if my math is correct, 1 ender pearl eventually, with a bunch of other things, equals 1 dust piece. Okay, I think that's how it works. So let's just make this and that. Boom. Now we need to mix this together with pyrotheum, which is sulfur and pulverized coal and blaze. How do we get sulfur, I wonder? Did we look at this already? We could pulverize netherrack. That's probably maybe our best bet. Oh no, we can pulverize blaze rods. We don't have blaze rods though, but look at this. We could pulverize coal and hopefully we'll get enough. So I'm just gonna grab, we get this from gravel, right? So we have a lot of that. I'm just gonna grab a stack of that and let it pulverize itself down. Alright, it's all pulverized up and we got 8 sulfur. I don't know if that's 15%. Maybe that is 50%. I don't know math. Don't blame me for that. Wow, what a voice crack that was. Okay, we needed blaze powder, so I went ahead. We get that from dust, mind you. And this. Boom. That gives us 2. Beautiful. And so now I should be able to get... Oh, look at that, how it worked out. 1616. I do have a induction smelter. So if we put that together... Wow, that's going to take some time. But that is going to cook up and make our Enderium ingot, our first one. I also believe you can use this now as tool material. I haven't really looked into this extra tinker stuff. It's a lot of things that you can do apparently. But that's fine. We're also going to need some other things that I'm going to go ahead and craft off camera. But we're going to need to pulverize some obsidian. I'm just going to throw all that we have in there. Because we're going to need hardened glass, I'm pretty sure. This thing here. Yeah. So that's some pulverized obsidian, a lead ingot. That will create 2. We're going to need 4 of those. Oh, we can also do it in the smeltery. That's interesting. But yeah, let me do the rest here off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at the Endertech stuff. There are some very, very exciting stuff in Endertech, and this is only one item, and this is the thing I'm most excited about. But for sure, I mean, there are things that I have never seen before that I am dying to have a look at. All right, here we go. Resonant flux capacitor. That should be... we need that. Where did my Tesseract go? I did craft them now. No, where be thou? Tesseract. Oh, they're in there. Okay, boom. Now, there we go. Resonant exchanger. Beautiful. Okay. I did also create an energetic infuser, so I believe we're gonna have to charge this guy. Yeah. Look at how much power that is just eating up. Wow. It can hold 10 million? Craziness. We could do this. Now, there are some other things in Endertech that I definitely want to take a look at in the future. We have something that is very exciting to me, is the charge pad, which I believe works like the wireless charger in Enderium. But we can't quite afford them yet. There is the Resonant one and the redstone charge one. There's also healers or healing pads, and there are cool things you can do with them. We have some tank system as well, so definitely some things that I want to get into pretty soon. But this was the most important thing, and I guess it's going to drain all our power, but I just want to try this. So if I shift right click, I will save the block, just like Tomcraft, and then I could go here and do... Oh baby! Oh yes! Oh, that's going to help out so much. We can now change out our entire basement from being cobbled to be some more settled block, some background block. This area here, by the way, I worked a little bit on, as you can see. I'm going to prepare this area for the next episode. I want to get into a magic mod, but I want to see what you guys think. I'm thinking Tomcraft. Would you be happy with that? Can I exchange slabs? No. Oh, I'm out of blocks. Oh, wow. That went quick. Tomcraft, I'm thinking, but I want your votes. Botania, Bloodmatic, or Tomcraft. You go ahead and tell me what you want to see, and we'll do some magic stuff. Not saying that it necessarily has to be for the next episode, but you know, I'm gonna try to clear that area and get it all done and fixed. So, that being said, I think that is going to do it for today. We did some random things. I'm very happy about, you know, all the small things piecing together the puzzle. And this thing, wow, we can exchange slabs. This thing is just awesome. I need to look at Endertech, adding Endertech why? That's weird. I need to look at adding Endertech. Oh, those are regular cores. Adding Endertech to survival stories. We'll see though, we'll see, no promises. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click the like button down below and subscribe to my channel if you're new, for goodness sake, so that you don't miss anything, right? Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.